Hi, everybody. This is Angelo Quinones, and you reach I Ministries. I Ministries is designed to give you dependable and accurate answers. I'll tell you why I'm laughing in a second. Dependable and accurate answers that come from God's holy and inspired word, the Bible. And I have Anna Devane here, my 2-year-old daughter, and she's just a baby, so I'm sort of babysitting at the same time I'm doing this Bible study. So be patient with me, guys. Okay, be patient with me because first of all, my eyesight is not that good, and also because I'm babysitting, and that's a bad combination. Okay, that's what I'm saying when it's mixed up like that. So anyway, I'm going to teach you how to read the unctual letters of John 1:1. Okay, A, B, and C all across the board. So let's get there. Now, actually, these are pictures. The pictures that you're about to see, all of these things, praise God, He gets the glory, not me, was done by, meaning the letters, not the picture, you see me there on the screen, but meaning the letters, the actual letters, was done and that's my stepson to the left and my baby Anna, the one that I'm babysitting to the right. And so they were done in Boris Graffiti, and that's an actual program that was in Corel Video Studio Pro X6. Now they call it I think just Video Studio, whatever 23 or 2023 or whatever it is. I mean, but probably they still got Boris Graffiti there, so you'll enjoy that. And this took a lot of work to do. It's not easy, but it's a lot of fun to do. Okay, it's a lot of fun. As you see, all the text that I am going to give you in the near future. So I guess you put the I will, the future transformative sigma, like that, PC, could see, or whatever the case may be, or a liquid. You know what I'm saying? So let me just read or recite this text of John 1:1 in Greek. Now, the only thing I want to say is this, though. This is one caveat. That while doing Boris Graffiti, John 1:1 and Boris Graffiti, okay, these different metal letters and plastic letters and different color backgrounds and whatever the case may be, it's a great thing. But when it comes to the Greek, okay, the ancient sigma, okay, meaning the sigma that was during the time of the New Testament, or basically we didn't see that sigma though, but basically at the time we know definitely at the time of the 4th century AD or the 300s. Well, that looked like a capital C, but I could not write the Greek and then switch over to the C because the sigma at that time. Okay, according to manuscript Aleph and manuscript B, the C, or the S, I should say, rather, it looked like a C, a capital C. So that's the only caveat, that I don't have that type of S or sigma here on the screen. But everything else basically is the same. With a few exceptions, but I'll mention those as I go on. Okay, so this really is geared toward you learning how to read all these letters put together like this, okay? Because that's what you're going to be doing when you're looking at manuscript Aleph, when you're looking at manuscript B, or Vaticanus as it is called. Well, the biblical pronunciation goes like this, okay? A pronunciation. Okay, it goes like this. Energe in ha logos, kai ha logos in prostantheon, kai theos in ha logos. Energe in ha logos, kai ha logos in prostantheon, kai theos in ha logos. En arche in ha logos, kai ha logos in prostantheon, kai theos in ha logos. Now, the modern pronunciation goes like this, okay? They changed a couple of things, but, I could get into that while I speak about the letters. It goes like this, the modern pronunciation, quote, Energi in o logos, ke o logos in prostontheon, ke theos in o logos. Energi in ho logos, ke o logos in prostontheon, ke theos in o logos. En archi in o logos, και ο λόγος ειν προς τον Θεόν και Θεός ειν ο λόγος. Okay, you understand what I'm saying? And so that's just the deal. He gets the glory, not me, the living God of Israel. So we're going to look at this. Now, this is not that hard to do, even though they're bunched up together. And I should have wrote something as a sort of companion study to this. That if you say, I love you, okay, let's say, you're married or whatever the case may be, you have a fiance, and let's say you want to say to your fiance, I love you. But let's say you wrote it all together and you say, honey, you know something? Why don't you figure this out? Oh, I know that. I love you. It says I, no space, love, no space, and you. Okay? In Greek, it will be actually agapo se or ego agapo se, right? I love you, or I love you, in an emphatic way. By the way, Jesus said, ani echye, and that's found and recorded in 2 Hebrew New Testaments that I know of, courtesy of Ted Dencher, ex-JW, who wrote the book, Why I Left Jehovah's Witnesses. Okay, Why I Left Jehovah's Witnesses. Oh, good to God that everybody would. And then he says in that 1979 book, okay, around page 153, that there are 2 Jewish New Testaments, or Hebrew New Testaments, where it's found and recorded in John chapter 8, verse 58, that Jesus said ech of himself. No one can say that for himself except for the living God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the God of Israel. You understand what I'm saying? No one can say that. No one. We can say ani, I am. We can say ani hu. Hu means he in Hebrew. The blind man said ani hu. You understand what I'm saying? He did not say, okay, yeah, they would have took him out of the synagogue. They would have dragged him out. They would have stoned him to death. You understand what I'm saying? They would have picked up, lithus and boom, boom, boom. You understand what I'm saying? That's just the deal. Now, but those, the 1817 and the 1880 Hebrew New Testaments does have recorded Jesus saying that for himself. But let's get back to this, John 1:1, okay? Now, just like I said, if you put on a page, okay, I love you without any spaces, well, you'll be able to, read that. Let's say, your mom or your father or your brother or sister, you had their names, or your mother and father's name and your brother and sister's name. I'm forgetting my English here in the Philippines. You understand what I'm saying? And so the thing is that let's say you have all these names and you bunch them together with no space. Well, you'll be able to tell. I mean, if you're really keen, okay, you know what I'm saying? Well, okay, that's my father's name and his first name and that's his last name. Okay. You know what I mean? That's all Jose Quinones. Okay, there's no space, but that's Jose Quinones. Well, basically, this is what it is. If you know your Greek, okay, you have to know your Greek. You have to know your vocab. If you know it, well, it's a cinch to you. It's a cinch. Also, if you know Hebrew, okay, then it's not really going to be that difficult reading this stuff because a lot of stuff in Hebrew are bunched up together anyway. Like Bereshit, okay, and it's right over here. Let me see if I could get it for you guys, okay? Let me see if it's this way. Is it this way, though? I didn't see it, though, so it's probably this way, okay? Let me get the Hebrew. This was all done for my debate entitled The Great Trinity Debate. And that's found on YouTube, and that's just the deal. So, actually, all of these I wrote for that. Not all of these, but I wrote some of this. Most of the stuff that you're seeing here, I found and recorded in that debate. Okay, the Great Trinity Debate by Angelo Quinones. Probably says like Angelo Rucci Quinones, RUCCI, and then that's just the deal against Alexander Cruz. Now remember that you read Hebrew from right to left, never from left to right like you read English or Spanish or Greek or French or Cebuano. I'm in the Philippines, so and or Latin or whatever the case may be. You read it from right to left like you read Aramaic and those languages. Okay. Now look at well actually over here. Now wait for a second. That does not this is Kadosh 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 though. Sorry about that. That's not Genesis. So wait for a second. I just because I'm talking without reading it sometimes, but I just saw Kadosh 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 there. The Kof and the Dalet, and that's not it. So let's see if I could find it here. Okay, so okay, I think it's right there. Sorry about that, guys. Now you see that the Hebrew the first Hebrew word. Well, it has a preposition there. Okay, it has the word in. Okay, in beginning or in the beginning. Okay, so you see it together like that. Well, that's the way in a very small way, the unctuals are written in a very small way because it's not all the way through. Okay, there's some. If you see, like John 1:1 in Hebrew, Bereshit Haya Hadabar, Vahadabar Hayaim Ha'elohim Wa Elohim Haya Hadabar. The word are written together. Ha for the, and then dabar for a what? Okay, Ha Elohim or Wa Elohim. That's written together. Okay, that's what I'm trying to say. That in Hebrew, it has some stuff that are pressed together with another word. Okay, the word they use a hey, and then and something else comes right after it. There's no space. Okay, so in a small way, you'll see that. Okay, in Hebrew, this is not really Hebrew; it's Aramaic script. We call it Hebrew, but it is what it is. Okay, now let's get back to our text though, meaning our graphic of John 1:1. Okay. Incidentally, the Trinity are not parts of God. Okay, they're not parts of God. Okay, they are God. This idea that they're parts of God. That's not true. But that's we'll get that into the other graphics, the wonderful graphics. And my baby's moaning. I tried to feed her milk and she didn't want it, so I'm just waiting until she really really wants it. So that's just a deal. So I know my daughter for about 3 years. Okay, now Anna, I love you, Anna. I love you, my love. Her name is Anna Devane. I got that from General Hospital. And then my son, my other child's name is Sean Donnelly. I also got that from General Hospital. Okay, agents of the WSB. All I need is Robert Scorpio next year, Lord willing, and I can't lose, guys. All right, now we switch over from left to right. Okay, remember you read Greek from left to right. Okay, that's just the deal. All right, now so the first two letters to the upper left-hand corner, right, is the E and the N in Greek. Now, when it's capitalized, it's very easy. It looks like an E and an N. When it's miniature, it looks like an E and then a V. But there is no V in biblical Greek, okay? There's no V. There's a V in modern Greek, okay? The beta or the word, the letter B used like in Biblos or the word for book, right? The first word recorded in Matthew 1:1, the book of the genealogy of Jesus Christ, a son of David, son of Abraham. I mean, so that's book. But the modern beta can be used as a V also, like in the Hebrew word bebakasha. They use the bait or the B as a B and a V. That letter could do both. And the modern Greek is like that. But there is no V according to biblical Greek. Biblical Greek, that's what we're doing. Okay? So the E and an N, so that's easy. That's a preposition. Okay, that means in. But right after that, in this unctual writing, and this is what you're going to see. Now, you're going to see the E is a very important letter, this epsilon. Okay, very important. I'm going to get into that. I think that people, should teach the Greek letters of the alphabet, right, of the Greek alphabet, like that. They should share the importance of these letters and what sometimes what the letters mean. Like sigma can mean to synchronize, right? That's one of the meanings that I saw. And but more than that, what the letter can actually do in a verb or a noun. Okay? That's very, very important because there's quite a bit of shock when you get into verbs and stuff like that, especially, participles and things like that, that you have, or the perfect tense where you have a reduplicating consonant and then a connecting vowel epsilon, and then it's kind of easy, but then, it's they don't teach, okay, what the letters can do, and that's the secret. Teach what the letters can do now when you're teaching the alphabet. So when the student gets into syntax, they'll say, oh, well, he said epsilon, okay, is one of the letters of the Greek alphabet, but he also told me it could be a connecting vowel, the epsilon, the E. It could be, in the middle of a reduplicating consonant like tetelestai. It has been finished, found and recorded in verse 30, chapter 19 of John's Gospel, right? The epsilon can be used for a vocative, kurie, the, stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's and it could be used as an augment. Sort of the ed in English could be used, or the epsilon is like that, and it can be used, okay, in at the beginning of a Greek verb. Okay, English has the ed at the end. Well, the Greeks sometimes they will put sometimes they'll put the e at the beginning of the word, showing that it's a completed action, an aorist tense. You understand what I'm saying? So this e is very, very important. More importantly, however, is the meaning of a preposition, and it is there to show the relationship that two particular words have together with each other. This in, okay, and it has a semantic range. It doesn't only mean in, okay? Incidentally, it's taken a dative case, okay? You don't see that in the unctuals, but you see that, okay, when you have the small letters, you'll see a little tiny I written up underneath the eta that looks like an N, okay? But and that's showing a dative case, but you're not seeing that here though. You're just taking it for granted that it's taking the dative case because that's what it takes. Okay, there's about 17 or so small prepositions in Greek. Okay, this is one of them. You have an, and you have ek, and then you have ana and anti, and pras and pra, and then you have meta, hupa, para, kata, okay, ace, and so on and so on and so on. Okay, I mean you have several of them. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Why is it like? Let me see if I could make it a little bit less dark. I think I don't know what happened to it. Okay, I don't know why. Maybe the battery's wasting or something. I don't know what it is. I don't know. Now, but so this is showing you the relationship, the preposition en, okay, equal to be in Hebrew. Remember, bereshit means in the beginning in Hebrew, okay, and this means in the beginning. There is no the here though. We take it for granted that arche is already definite. A Greek scholar said that there are 10 different ways that a Greek noun can be definite without the article. This is one of the ways right here. This prepositional phrase has no article, and it will be te, okay, if it was here. Incidentally, in Romans chapter 1, verse 7, okay, the word for Rome, or in Rome, that prepositional phrase doesn't have an article, okay? So, but that was the Rome of Rome's, okay? You understand what I'm saying? So Anna is showing you the relationship that logos, okay, or logos has with beginning. Now remember that arche has a semantic range and a semantic pool. So it doesn't only mean beginning. See, the NIV's translation of Revelation chapter 14, where it calls Jesus, okay, ruler. He's the ruler of God's creation. Or Julius Armenti said that he is the architect of man's of God's creation, I should say. Okay, that's my baby confusing me. I mean, that's my skills. Okay, my love, coming, my love. Daddy's coming. And so that's just the deal. So let me get let me, this will be an introduction. I don't want to get into a lot of information because I have to tend to my baby soon. So I mean, it means in here, because it's taking the dative case, and the dative case is one of 4 or 5 cases in Greek. Nowadays they have 4 or 5 cases. Before, a while back they had 8 cases or 7 cases. The vocative is always there's always a debate. When it has to do with the vocative case, the case of direct address. Is that a case? They want to get rid of it, but they can't. They can't get rid of it. They have to say it's a case. You know what I'm saying? They have to say it's a case. I mean, they combine some of these cases together and make applesauce out of them, and then they boil it down to 4 or 5 cases. You know what I'm saying? Wait, my love. My love. Lovey. My love, Anna. Anna Devine. Stop it. I go stop it like that, and she laughs. Stop it. Stop it. Stop. I sound like my teacher in school, you know what I mean? That's just the deal. Now, so en, okay, or epsilon and nu. Okay? Epsilon and nu. Now, it's not a big deal that arche, and I was talking about arche. Okay, let me just get rid of this. I don't know what that is. Okay. Let me see, okay. Arche is right after that. You see, you have the en and an, okay, the word in Greek, okay, and, right? And then arche is right after that. So that's no big deal. Okay? No big deal. You got the alpha, you got the A-looking letter. The 2 letters in the middle, the word arche, are kind of difficult at first, but the P-looking letter is an R in Greek. Okay? Ro. Don't say ro, that's lazy for the Greeks. And then the X-looking letter is not an X, okay, but a CH letter. It's a guttural letter. It's equal to the chet in Hebrew. Okay, or the cough could actually make that sound also in Hebrew. Don't say cough, say cough. That's another letter, cough, okay? Okay, so that's just a deal. Now, and then the H-looking letter, it's not an H in Greek, okay, all right, but it's an E class in Biblical Greek, okay? So basically you got the alpha, rho, chi, and eta. Nowadays called eta though. That the eta, the E class in Biblical Greek is not an E class anymore. Modern Greeks, they love the E, and O sound. They got rid of like the I and the ah. You know what I'm saying? They got rid of those letters. Okay, I mean those sounds. But listen, when you're reading this in modern Greek, it just rolls. It flows, And archino logos, que o logos in prostonte onkete osino logos. I mean, it's better than anarchi in halagas, kai halagas in pra. The ah. I don't think they like the ah sound to ah. Energie in halagas, kai halagas in prostante an, kai taas in halagas. It's just like you're gasping for breath. It's like you're going underwater or something like You know what I'm saying? So they got rid of the ah and the I and all that stuff and the A. You know what I mean? They love the E, A, and O. It's like the Jetsons. Remember that the Jetsons, the cartoon. Remember, Judy was in love with this rock star singer that was like Elvis. Remember that? AEIOU, like that. Come fly with me. It was funny. All right, now, so you have NRK, and so it's written together. But so what? You know that the epsilon and the nu, okay, nowadays called ni, but the epsilon and the nu are together. Okay, and that's a separate word, right? Preposition. Okay, no big deal. But then there's no space between that and the upcoming word, right? Arche, and that's no big deal because you know how to spell it. So you begin and end at the spelling of the word. Okay, you understand what I'm saying? So it's no big deal that it's together. It's just like the same thing. I love you. It's the same thing, even if it's bunched up together. I mean, I love you is I love you. I mean, in any language. You understand what I'm saying? That's the deal. Now, so NRK. And arche is a noun, okay, found around 55 times in the Greek New Testament, okay? And that prepositional phrase without the article is found, okay, all right, around 3 or 4 times in the Greek New Testament. And I was wondering, like, where's the other time that okay, Philippians chapter 4, verse 15, but man, it was right there, right in front of my face. In verse 2, okay? Anarche en halagas, kai halagas en prastantean, kai theas en halagas. Hutas, don't say hutos. Hutas en arche prastantean. Okay? That's where it's found, the anarche. It was right there all along. Okay? So at least it's found 3 times in the Greek New Testament. Of course, in Genesis chapter 1, verse 1. I'll let you go with this, guys, because I'll just, stop with the anarche. So that's just 2 out of the 17 Greek words, right? And, so, I mean, the Greek Septuagint has the prepositional phrase also anarche, but the message is different. It says anarche epoiesen hatheas tan uranan kai tain gain. In the beginning, God created the heavens in the singular and the earth. That message is not recorded here. Just because anarche is found here, well, so what? It doesn't mean the same thing. The construction here will be, if it was the same thing, if Logos is a creature and he's not, it will be something like this. Anarche epoiesen hatheas tan lagan. Okay, you understand what I'm saying? That will be the message, but it's not the message. John wants you to contrast this with that. Okay, found and recorded in Genesis chapter 1, verse 1, and so you can see that Logos subsisted continuously, timelessly, and eternally all throughout all the ages and ages and upon ages. I mean, he had no beginning. But I have to go, guys, because the baby is about to cry, and I have to give her milky. This is Angelo Quinones giving glory to God the Father, to the Lord Jesus Christ, and in the Holy Spirit. God is not the God of the dead, Necron, of the moon, but of the living. And that means that Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob were very much alive at the time that Jesus said those words. Please subscribe to my channel, and I'm trying to rush. Please subscribe to my channel. Please give me a thumbs up, and please leave a comment on, below the video there, okay? And please share this video. It's very important to share this video, okay? And I really want to hear your comment as we go through all the Greek words bunched up together, making John 1:1 A, B, and C. Thanks, guys. Take care. I'm coming, my love. I'm going to give her the milk right now. Okay, take care, guys. Bye-bye now. I'm trying to get it. I'm trying to get that bubble, guys. I mean, I can't take it, though. Well, that's going to have to be... I think it's on this side. Is this the thing? Let me see. Okay, I better hurry up because my baby is just... It's really out of the vein, basically. Well, let me do it manually, guys. Okay, I mean, this is not gonna work. Let me just do it manually, though. Okay, I'm coming, my love. I'm coming, hon. I'm coming, my love. I'm coming, hon, my lovey. I'm coming, my love. I'm trying to turn off the video, hon. My God, my love. I'm coming, hon. You see? Babysitting. Let me see. Wait for a second, guys. Okay. It's really weird what's happening, guys, over here. Let me see. That's the clock. Okay, it's right over here. Okay, there it goes. I have to edit this in the future. Okay? Take care, guys. Coming, my love. I'm coming. Love you. Coming. Bye, guys. Take care. Bye.